everyone. Welcome back to Lego Sunday School. We're starting a new series, and it's found in the Old Testament in 1 Kings chapter 17. And today's lesson, I'm going to introduce the characters to you. If you're not familiar with the Bible and the Old Testament stories, listen carefully. I'm going to compare these characters to the characters in Star Wars to help you understand just a little bit more about the story. But Star Wars is just a story. The Old Testament stories are true. They actually happened, and God shows us things about him through these stories. Our first characters are the bad guys. King Ahab and Queen Jezebel. Think of these as the evil empire in Star Wars, the dark side, the people that belong to the empire. And it seems like the bad guys are winning. Queen Jezebel was a very wicked queen, and she came from the country of Sidon. And when she married King Ahab, who is the king of God's people, she brought with her her idol Baal. And the worship of Baal was a very immoral, impure worship. And it went directly against God's commandments of thou shalt not commit adultery. And Queen Jezebel, even though she knew God's ways, she wanted nothing to do with God. And if you want to read something, read Romans chapter 1. And I think that's what was going on with King Ahab and Queen Jezebel. God just gave them over to their evilness. And here we have a very sad scene. And what's happening here is Queen Jezebel ordered this massive slaughter of God's prophets. And it just seems like the stormtroopers are just getting everybody. And the people of God would have been running and hiding, and it just seems like evil is winning. But evil isn't winning. God's still here. And remember how the good guys in Star Wars, the Jedi, in our story, there's some good guys. This here guy is the prophet Elijah. Elijah has something special. Just like the Jedi have the Force, the prophet Elijah, he has the Holy Spirit. He has God's power with him. And so he's the good guy. And then here we've got another good guy, Obadiah. And the first thing the Bible tells us about Obadiah is that he feared the Lord greatly. And Obadiah, Star Wars does not have a character as cool, as awesome as Obadiah. Obadiah loves God. His job is that he is butler to Queen Jezebel and King Ahab. And not only is he butler, he's the top butler. He runs the household. And so even though Queen Jezebel thinks that she's in control and killing all the prophets, she's got one right underneath her nose. And we see several times throughout the series that it's almost like God plays tricks on Queen Jezebel. Like she is just not as in control as she thinks she is. And what we're going to look at next Sunday is what happened that made Queen Jezebel so angry that she's slaughtering all the prophets. Tune in next Sunday and we will continue the story. See you next week.